Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Archium that are teaching this word. So this is Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Yeah, so that's basically, talking about Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? To arise and depart out of the mentality of this society. And we know that, in this world we live in, only the elect are gonna arise out of this place, basically. Mentally first, all right? Before we get delivered, we have to mentally arise and depart from this place, all right? Pretty much we don't participate in it. We don't believe in it, basically. Because, I was just thinking about it, that, pretty much like you got 2/3 that are, even with all that's going on in this world, Jake, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans still believe in this place, still believe in the system, the government. They believe in the government. They believe in, I was looking at it, it's a puppet show, man. They put a new person in, a new so-called leader of the country in, whether it's Britain, whether it's America, and then, the same old debates. Are they going to change anything? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? And you've still got Jakes that believe in it, man. Believing in the system, man. Trying to still make it in this society. This place is a sinking ship, but you've got 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans still in mental slavery, man. So the scripture, it says, Micah 2:10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Yeah, because believing in this place, in the end, what's going to happen is if you're stuck in the mentality of this world, and you're stuck in the mentality of this place, pretty much in the end, it's going to get nuked. You're going to pass away, man, in the end. Because this world's it's fading away already, but it's getting ready to pass, man, with that sore destruction, which is what we say. We bring it out every week. We bring it out. That's those nuclear missiles, man. That's the sore destruction, this society is about to suffer, man. All right. So I wanted to read this here, because I was just thinking about how much of pretty much how much of a joke, this society is, man. How much of a joke it is. And, you got, I just thought, the news was on, the TV's on, the news is on. You got a new leader every year, a new person's voted in. And you got people you got 2/3 of our people, they believe in this place, man. A new person's voted in, debates and arguing. How much time is you going to debate and argue and nothing ain't changed, man? But that's why when we teach, we always say, man, you got to get out of the mentality of this place, man. All right, because it's a sinking ship, man. It's going down. All right. So this is and that includes, like you might tell your so-called loved ones, family and stuff like that, things, and they're not trying to hear it. Well, because they're part of this place, they love this society, you got to leave them to it, man. You got to leave them to it. So this is Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried away with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Yeah, so we don't, and every wind of doctrine is, of course, like other beliefs, or even people that, will tell our people, for example, tell the Israelites, you got other Israelite camps out there that will teach the mark of the beast isn't the MOTB, isn't the implantable rice grain. They'll teach otherwise. Like carried away with every sleight of wind of doctrine. You've got our people that are, into all kind of doctrines, man. All right, Islam, Buddhism, anything you can think of. 2/3 of Israel are carried away into those thought processes. All right. You got, like I was saying, you got the other camps talking. You have other camps talking about get the yabs. The MOTB isn't the implantable rice grain, which it is. You see, so that's and then you have a flocks of our people following these guys, man. And another thing I was thinking about the every wind of doctrine, like government, man, government doctrines, because the government, whether it's in Britain, the UK, or the America, or anywhere in the world, the structures of Esau, that's a doctrine, man. The governments of Esau, that's a doctrine, But you have Jake believing it. You have Jake believing in these so-called, these politicians, basically. You'll have them believing in it. So it says that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried away about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Yeah, because in the end, all these thought processes is deception. They're leading you astray, man. Like the top people in the governments, for example, I don't know, I use Boris Johnson, for example. All these puppets, they know they're leading you astray. These puppets that are in high positions, they know they're leading, the, Joe public astray. All right. Like, for example, you got the, like other Israelite camps, for example, that teach that the MOTB ain't what we say it is, which is, we know it's the rice grain, implantable rice grain. Guess what? They know what the MOTB is. They know getting the yabs and stuff like that is, against the scriptures. But they'll lead, the ones that the Lord doesn't want astray, basically. You see? So, and it's the same thing with the politicians, for example. They'll lead you astray, man. They'll lead you to get these. That's what they did the past 2 years. What did they do with the majority of this planet? And 2/3 of Israel fell into that same hole also. They told you go get the yabs. We told you not to do that. Majority of people got 3 or 4, hits up in them, man. We told you not to do that. But that goes back to that mental slavery, man. Still believing in this place, man. It says that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And in the end, when if you follow these, these different belief systems and doctrines, man, in the end you're gonna find out you was deceived. All right. In the end, you're gonna find that you was deceived, man. But I was just thinking about it. You have these, 2/3 of Jake. They're still stuck in the mentality of this society, man. Still, all this that's going on, all this racial tension, World War III brewing, the MOTB about to get pushed onto the world, and you have Jake still believing this place, man. Still believing the doctrines of this place, man. Making it, still trying to get deals. Trying to get up in there, get a place in society. Well, the Lord ain't with this society. The Lord's going to destroy this society, man. Hey, that's why us that believe, our mentality is we're not with this place, man. We're not with this place. Every day, our mentality, and every day we wake up, our mentality is pretty much F this place, man. That's how we think. Lord willing. So this is I wanted to read this here. This is Baruch 3:8. Baruch 3:8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments." Yeah, so we're in captivity pretty much. So so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you got a drum. Well, like we always say, 2/3 ain't gonna get it. You're in captivity, man. You're in captivity till this day. You just don't get it, man. This place ain't gonna benefit you. But 2/3, they're gonna be, we say this every week, we say this all the time, they're gonna just keep believing in this society till the end, till the Lord destroys them pretty much. But us that believe, look, man, we know we're in captivity, man. And it's an irksome place, it's a bitter society, man. So we've been free, Lord willing, the Lord's opened our mind up. We've been freed from the slavery through our mind, man. Because our bodies are in captivity, but our minds have been freed. But you got these 2/3 of Israel, their mind and body still in this place, man. So it says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. All right. So the reason why we're in this predicament that we're in the first place is because we departed from the Lord, man. You see? But the elect, we're coming back to, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. The elect are coming back to the Lord, whereas 2/3, they're still stuck in this society. They ain't thinking about that. The Lord is the last thing on their mind. The fact that the power did this to them is the last thing on their mind, man. All right? They think they can come out of this condition some other way. Joining hand in hand with Esau and all that. You know, you're going to come out of this condition, by the help of a few good so-called white people. That ain't gonna happen, man. A few good Edomites are gonna help you. We're in captivity to this day, man. But the Lord's gonna deliver us. But the elect, the 2/3, believe in this place, man. They're still mentally stuck in this place, man. So this is Isaiah. And yeah, if you can hear it and you believe, man, you gotta come out of the mentality of this place, man. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you hear this word, and you believe in it, or if you're someone of another nation, so-called other nation, but you believe in the scriptures, you believe how we're teaching it, you got to, learn this truth and come out of the mentality of this world, man. So this is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Yeah, that the rebellious children is talking about the 2/3 of Israel. And it says that they take counsel, but not of me. Yeah, they take counsel, but not of the Lord. So what counsels do they take? What counsels are they taking? They take counsels from the so-called religious leaders in the mosque. You be seeing a lot of these jakes, they're heavy into that Islam demon, man. You be seeing them with fucking Elamite priests in the mosque, so-called getting knowledge, man. So they take counsel, but not of the Lord. They don't take counsel of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, or his men that he has on the earth teaching. See? All right, so it says they take counsel, but not of me. Yeah, they take counsel of these dudes in the mosque. They take counsel of some Buddhist teacher. They take counsel of some Hindu teacher. They take counsel. Hey, we used to see that years back where we was at the camp. You'd have these Hindus, or I think they were Hindus. They would be parading around, so-called playing instruments, and a lot of times it would be like a Jake leading the way. So woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit. Yeah, these 2/3, they're not covering with the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They're covering with the spirit of this world, man. These false philosophies, other doctrines, governments, Biden, now in Britain, that Liz Truss. They're covering with a covering of these governments, man. They're believing in this world, basically. That's my point. All right? It says, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Yeah, and when you have that mentality, when you believe in the things of this world, false religions, false doctrines, governments, you're adding sin onto yourself, man, if you're an Israelite. So it says that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah, 2/3 trust into the shadow of Egypt, man, meaning they trust in this world. All right, wherever Jake is scattered, guess what? They believe in the governments. They believe in the structure of the place they're in, man. Which ultimately, this world is governed by Esau, man. So you believe in the stuff that the so-called white man, promotes and pushes, man. But you don't want to believe in the Bible, man. You don't want to believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You don't want to believe the Lord's about to destroy this place and deliver us, put us back on top, make us the rulers. They don't want to believe that, man. Still stuck in the mentality of this place, man. So it says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not strengthened and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that's what's going to happen. All right. The strength of Pharaoh shall be the shame of these 2/3, man. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah, the trust into America, the trust into the so-called Great Britain or the UK, the trust in the Australian government, the trust in, wherever Jake be scattered, the trust in the Brazilian government, the trust in the Argentinian government is going to be your shame, man. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah, trusting in this place ultimately is going to lead to your confusion. Because even these other camps amongst Israel that teach the MOTB is not what we say it is. Their followers, when shit hits the fan, there's gonna be a confusion in the land, man. If you're telling people that Jake that the MOTB ain't the mark, that the rice grain thing, all right, you're telling them otherwise, and they go take it. Man, when shit hits the fan in society, they're gonna be lost, man. So that's what the Lord said. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. That's gonna be the confusion, man. Believing in this society and not believing in the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, that's gonna be ultimately the end of you, man. Because this world's on its way out, man. This world's on its way out, and that's what we teach pretty much all the time, man. This society is on its way out, man. But 2/3 are still stuck in the way of this place. And how in the end, what's going to happen is you're going to die with this place. If you believe in this place, you're going to die with it, man. So with that, I'm going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Shalom, shalom.